Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, no K-words, no Kardashian talk here at all. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have topics and guests to that end. And if you're looking for the headlines, go somewhere else. You've got plenty of choices there. I don't talk about any headlines because they give you a case of the 4 A's. Angry, aggravated, anxious, and afraid. And I don't want you starting your day like that. I want you to start your way amazing. So you can see I'm not alone in studio today. It is hashtag Tuesday Talent, in case you didn't know what day it was. And the little promo here is Physician Heal Thyself. I have in studio a healer. Her name is Shannon Grace. You know, I'm not an MD doctor, but I am a PhD doctor. And you know what they say about psychologists? We're in it because we know that we need some fixing ourselves. Yes. And I guess I resemble that stereotype. So it's a good thing that my Tuesday Talent guest live in studio is a healer and someone I've actually shared a table with. We've been judges together in several RLC fashion shows. Shannon Grace is a healer who transformed her own childhood trauma into a path of inner healing through self-care, emotional awareness, and guidance from Dr. John Amaral. She discovered that her true self. She now helps others begin their own journey toward emotional freedom and wholeness. We share a publicist, and he asked if I would have her on the show. And I said, of course. So please welcome to my studio, healer Shannon Grace. Welcome.
Thank you so much. That was a really beautiful intro. I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, is she talking about me? This is so beautiful.
Well, you know, Juan did write it, but it is beautiful.
It is true.
We'll give him some kudos. It better be nice, right? Anyway, so delighted to have you. We start off every single show here with breakfast, and that constitutes of taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich, anchoring that positivity that I want you to start off with. That's why we don't do headlines, and to replace the headlines. It's always easier to switch when you have something to replace it with, and that is breakfast. So, top of the bun, those things we're grateful for outside of ourselves as we look around us. Bottom of the bun, something what I want you to do tonight before you go to bed is be in gratitude for yourself. What are some things about yourself that you like, instead of going to bed saying, oh, I didn't do that, or I shouldn't have said that, or why did they say that about me, which will definitely guarantee you into tossing and turning and not a good night's sleep. So this is a good life habit. And I know some of you, I see eyeballs rolling in, have been doing this for 21 consecutive days or 28, whatever it takes to make a good habit. You can do it with me here. Those of you who are not driving and tuned in right now at 8 a.m. on my NBC News radio channel, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, please do not chat. Wait till you get somewhere safe. But I'm so delighted to be back in my drive time slot at you all. So let's start. What are you grateful for I am grateful that the sun is shining. Now, it's always shining somewhere, but in sunny California, what I choose to call home, it is a beautiful, bright day. And I just put together a little compilation to Bill Withers' beautiful, lovely day of the sights. And if we have time, I'll play it. So that's what I'm grateful for. Shannon, what are you grateful for?
So many things at this point. Sometimes you have to really dig deep, Dr. Marissa, and when nothing is working out in your life, you have to say, I'm grateful for the bed I'm sleeping on. I'm grateful for this bowl of oatmeal that I'm eating this morning. But for me, I was in that phase not too long ago. Now I'm in this phase of thank you to myself for all the healing that I'm doing on my own. And releasing the trauma from childhood and feeling the feels and crying when I need to instead of repressing it. It's opening up so much more in my life that I'm not repressing emotions anymore the way I was conditioned as a child, and it was unsafe to do.
And I'm going to stop you just for a second. We're getting into the bulk of the interview, and I just want you to keep it simple for breakfast. Just a little, what are you grateful for? One thing. So I got oatmeal. And I got the bed. So we're
in my bed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You'll reel it back in.
I'm grateful for, I'm glad you mentioned bed. I love the sheets on my bed and my pillow. And when I get in, it feels so good. I'm so grateful for the comforts, the creature comforts that we are so fortunate to have as Americans.
Right? Yes. Even just having a bed alone and clean sheets and a roof over your head, you're just like, I realize like I am so lucky. A lot of people don't have that. So I'm definitely, every night when I slip in bed too, it's like it's the favorite time of day.
Yes.
It's just my safe zone, I guess.
Yes. It's the top. We're the top either 3% or 8% of the world because we have a roof over our head, food in our fridge, and money in our wallet. So we are absolutely. So let's go to the bottom of the bun, which is what do you like about yourself? And this is weight training that I like to do with you. I'm so grateful that my honorable moniker, Oprah, has brought the whole discussion of mental health into the forefront. I credit her with that. And by the way, I'm called Asian Oprah because I was introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah.
Oh,
so yes.
Wow, that's big. Somebody else gave you that name. You're like, I'll take it. Thank you.
Beckwith introduced me to his friend Oprah. So as the Asian Oprah. Yeah. So I do this weight training because it's great that we have now put mental health as an open and honest and no fear of sort of outing ourselves if we're not feeling good in our mental health. However, I do see the movement to try to look outside of ourselves for relief, whether it's numbing, food, drugs, whatever it is, or people. Instead, this portion of the show, the bottom of the bun, is to anchor and strengthen your ability to like yourself, to care for yourself, to soothe yourself. Because frankly, my dear, if you can't approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anybody else to? So I appreciate my ability to carry this show on for 610 consecutive weeks now.
Oh my gosh.
That's 13 and a half years, 1,531 podcast shows, but who's counting? And continuing, especially since they told me I would not last more than a year because I don't talk about the headlines. So y'all, I'm so glad you were wrong. And numbers are great. I'm now over 4.2 million impressions on this my home YouTube TV channel. So
for that, gosh, Dr. Marissa,
I am grateful. Thank you. I'm going to give myself a little kudos myself. I don't do that every week, but you know what? Every once in a while, I deserve my own
Me
pat on
too.
the back. So, what do you like about yourself? And you sort of referred to it earlier in the top of the bun. Things that you are now open and changing. What quality in particular are you appreciative of yourself?
I guess if I were, because I was scanning my mind as you were saying that, I'm like, what would I focus on number one right now that I'm so appreciative of? And I guess my kindness of my heart. I am very empathetic to people because I know what it's like to be down in the depths of HELL, but then I'm still coming out the other side. I want to be careful.
That one's okay. That one's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, you did say that was okay. Coming out the other side, you either have two ways to go. You can go the dark side, and this happened to me, and I'm gonna project it onto other people, or you can see the bright side. And so I love that my heart still stayed open and kind, and I just want to help people because I've been there on those dark times. And yeah, I love my kind heart.
Beautiful. I appreciate my ability to host. I'm hosting a mahjong. I created a group. Some of you all know that I was supposed to be on world tour. In fact, Sunday I was supposed to fly from Shanghai to Taiwan.
Wow.
And 2 days before the 7-month world tour, they found 2 blood clots. And so I've been grounded now indefinitely, no more world tour. But I cried for a month, and then I looked around and said, what do I want to do? And one of the things I love doing is playing mahjong. So I started my own little gang, my league called Mahjong Beaches. Get it?
Ooh.
I live on the beach. So play on words there, and I'm hosting a double table this Saturday. So I appreciate my hosting and innovative, fun quality.
Wow, I love that. And you found the bright side of that happening. You're like, this is going to open up creativity and connecting with people. And that's what spirit does sometimes. And it's perceived negative, but is actually going to open up new opportunities and for you to find yourself even more through this. Wow, I'm so happy for you.
You can totally tell you're a coach. I want you not to comment about me. I want you to say what you are appreciative of yourself. I want the focus to be on you, not me.
Okay, I know it's hard for me to like.
I know you're in that coach. Suit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
My ability to be open-minded. So when there's different religions, there's different points of view, people have, their own lives and their own view of the world. And I feel like I'm very open to everybody, not saying, no, it's this way, or it's this religion, or, my beliefs are this. I want to hear about everybody's experiences and why they believe what they believe. And so just staying super curious. I love that quality about me. I'm not shut off, and I don't think what I believe is right. No, we all have our own beliefs, and they think they're right, and they are right in their mind. And so I love that about me, just being curious and open. I think it's a really good quality of mine that I will recognize.
Beautiful. I'm listening. I'm just going to put a story up to remind people to come and tune in.
Okay.
But thanks for joining us for breakfast. That was a good life habit, I hope, or a hashtag blisscipline, as my big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith will call it, that you adopt in your life. I'm here every weekday morning, so there's really no excuse. I'm here live for you to all join in and start your day breakfast with me. Thanks for joining us for breakfast this morning. And the guarantee is, if you do, you will sandwich your day in the most positive way. And now for the topic of the day. It is healing. That is the topic. What is healing? As a reluctant woo-woo myself, people say healing, and you're like, well, doctor, hospital. And we're not talking about that kind of healing. We're talking about healing that sometimes is beyond the five senses. It involves something extra, maybe not extraterrestrial, but extra. And she's here to talk about that. Her name is Shannon Grace. She's known as Graceful Healer. So I read you her bio earlier. I'm going to ask her. I don't have an answering machine, and I don't know if you're too young to know what that is. Do you know what?
I know what that is. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So millennials and Gen Zs, go and look that up.
Right.
It's called voicemail to you now, but answering machines, we used to come home and get all excited when that blinking light was going. But I don't have an answering machine. I have a questioning machine. And when you call me, it says, who are you and what do you want? So, Grace, who are you? And what do you want?
Okay. Wow, those are big, open-ended questions. So I guess if you were to put me in a box, who are you, Shannon Grace? I would label myself as a healer. And healing, a lot of healers have a really dark past, meaning they've been through a lot of trauma. And so coming out on the other side, you want to help people because you've been there and done that. So as a healer, I can empathize. I can, I've been there. Let me help you through because I've done the work. I'm doing the work. It's never going to end. You're always going to be doing the work, even till the day that you die. Sometimes you don't, but I will. So it's always evolving. There's evolution to it. So I'm walking the walk. I'm not only just coaching and telling people this is what you need to do. I'm actively doing it as well. And I'm like, this is what it feels like in my body when I release emotions. And sometimes I'm a puddle on the floor and I can't stop crying, but I know the benefit beyond that. So I guess, and what do I want? I want to help people. I want to help people. They will usually come to me when the doctors say there's nothing we can do for you. That's when they seek out somebody like me because they're starting to study energy healing now, but we don't have the correct instruments to actually study it fully. But just because you can't study it doesn't mean it's not real and not effective. So now they're starting to study Reiki because I also do Reiki and how the benefits of people who have chronic illness, it is helping them with their illness. It's helping them sleep better, feel better, a sense of well-being. So I'm like at the perfect time for my profession because medical science is now recognizing subtle energy healing. And so they're starting to study it now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the right time to be doing this work. And I love when people are like, I've tried this and this and this and this, and the doctor said this, and I don't know what else to do. So I'm going to come to you. And I just play, I don't know. I just feel like a mother. I'm like, come here, my child. Let me hold you energetically. Let's figure this out together. And let's get to the root problem of why this illness is happening, because there's always a root, but then the pill that they want to give you is just going to numb it or put the Band-Aid, but there's always a root cause. And so that's where we figure out a lot of the times physical illness is from an emotional part in their life that they didn't express. And so the body keeps the score, as Bessel van der Kolk says in his book. It's true, because somatic energy healing that I do right now, energy is held somatically in the body. And when it's liberated after a session, that's when you don't have physical ailments anymore. The disease subsides, or your view on life, your lens. A lot of people are viewing through that trauma that gets liberated. And you're like, I never knew life could be this good. I didn't know felt so good to be in my body, because I was exiting my body all the time from trauma. And I just love my work. And everywhere I go and somebody's like, this is happening. Like I went out last night to dinner with a friend, and the waitress is like, yeah, I got into a car accident. I'm hurting. And I'm just like, my automatic response is like, get on my table, like, come see me, because I want to help you.
In the restaurant, on the restaurant table?
Yeah. No. Okay. On my massage table where I do my energy.
Okay.
Get on the table right now.
Yeah. That was I was a little surprised at that. So yeah, I have to say, so I'm still doing my Instagram to invite y'all to come with us live. We love it when There are people. I see eyeballs rolling in. Someone already gave us a heart. I want
Oh,
you to give a finger. This one, not the other one. If you have any questions, you may also have some healing work that could be done. I'm gonna see if she can give a short demonstration, maybe. I don't know how that's gonna work, but see how that percolates in your head. But
yeah.
I know that because I'm a scientist and because I, am a reluctant woo-woo.
Mhm.
When Reiki first came out and people were talking about energy healing or sonic healing or all of that, the scientist aspect of me is like, I don't know. We're very, very much versed into the traditional way of looking at Western medicine, disease, symptom treatment,
Right.
very little preventative. Now we've come a long way. And I actually, my newest series is called Beating Cancer with Nutrition. And I have a nutrition oncology expert that comes on twice a month to talk
Wow.
about things like diet that we don't even know how it affects us. And I didn't know I could feed cancer cells, and I didn't know I could starve cancer cells. So definitely we are opening up Eastern medicine and this whole thing. So that's the good news.
Yes.
The more, and it is unfortunate, but it's a good thing that when people are on their last rope, as you said, they've tried everything else, and then they come to sort of the end. Hopefully, in time, it will be just one of the choices right up front. And considering your kind of treatment has no side effects, then I say, let's try that first instead of trying something that may be traditional. Doesn't mean it's not good for you. That doesn't mean it's good for you. And side effects are actually main effects. People who say, oh, side effect, it's a main effect. That means people have had that happen. It's not a sideline or a side point. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. So what kinds of ailments, or I don't like to say weaknesses or disease. I like to say, what opportunities do people come to you for improvement?
Yes. So pretty much anything. A lot of people come to me with physical pain and they're like, I have this pain in my back and it won't go away. Some people, illnesses like cancer, MS, they'll come to me for that. And everything's energetic. And so I do another modality called pure bioenergy. And think of like your aura, your biofield that extends from your body that holds the blueprint of your illness. So when you have dissonance in your field, meaning not a lot of energy in a part of your field, then it'll show up. It's a mirror in your body. And so if you continue to live your life the way you're living your life, that dissonance shows up as physical ailments or disease or pain. And so you have to work on your field first before it manifests in your body. So anything and everything, or like a big breakup and they're like, I can't get over this person. I'm just feeling so crappy emotionally. They'll come to me as well. And so I help them liberate that energy within their body, and it has them see the world in a new way, because even though it's perceived as negative and why did this happen to me, you can see the gift after that energy is liberated, because you're not viewing it through this happened to me and I'm a victim anymore. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I put up with that. And why did I put that? Oh, because my childhood, I didn't get enough love and affection from my parents. So I received breadcrumbs from my partner and I thought it was okay. And you seek out partners like that over and over until you learn that lesson of self-love, and then you won't seek out those partners anymore. So it's digging deep on why you're doing the behavior that you're doing. And it stems from emotional energy stuck in your body. And then whatever happened in your life, you're still stuck in that lens. And so once that's liberated, you're like, oh my God, I can see the gift in it now. It's like that's life-changing for people. It's really beautiful.
That's great. For those who are maybe feeling a little skeptical, I like to put the moose on the table, which is the Canadian version about talking about the elephant in the room. So
Okay.
we're going to do that right
so
now, usually on the first half of the show. I keep it real. So for those of you who say, oh, this is all, woo woo, hairy fairy, no empirical evidence, people, the snake oil, the whole, I don't think that, but I'm just putting the moose on the table.
No. People do
That's
think
what
that. They
you're
call me a witch.
thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, okay. People have called you a witch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, why?
Because I talk to spirit. I get dreams. I get prophetic dreams. My dreams tell me a lot what's going on in my life. I'll get prophetic dreams, meaning it'll come true in the future. It tells me, I talk to my spirit guides. I actually see them and talk to them. So that part is like shamanism. And if you think of shamans like on the mountain, and way back when, we were burned at the stake for going out and connecting with nature, for talking to spirit, for making potions. I mean, I do stuff with essential oils, and I guess that's witchy. I'm just like, okay, if that's a witchy, then call me a witch. I'm just trying to help you, and I'm help myself and heal naturally and connect with nature, because I meditate and I connect with the trees. I'm very connected to the trees, and they have healing properties. And so when you put your feet in the grass, you get grounding from the earth, from Mother Gaia. The Schumann resonance, which is scientific, it's 7.83 hertz. And when you go outside, it's the heartbeat of our planet. And we feel more connected. We feel more embodied. It heals your body, less depression, anxiety, just by going outside and connecting with nature, taking a walk, putting your feet in the grass. You even amplified it even more. And so going back to the old ways of connecting with earth, think of Native Americans with bare feet, drumming, rhythm, you connect with spirit. And so I'm very much, I think and feel, because I see the benefits. And so going back to the ancient ways of healing, I guess it's witchy. And I've been, do you believe in God? You're a witch. And I'm like, wow, I'm just trying to help people and heal people. I'm like, if you want to give me those labels, so that's where I just part ways with people like that. And I respect them, but they're just so much in their box of really strict religion, where religion tells you talking to spirit is bad. You need to go to the priest, and the priest does it. You can't do it. So I leave those people, and I totally respect them, but I'm not trying to convince anybody at all. I'm like, you have your beliefs and I have my beliefs, and I honor you. And then I go to the people who are actually open, just even a little breadcrumb. I'm like, that's all I need. And then, I would be happy to work with you. So I'm learning discernment and leave those people be. I respect you. And then go to the people who actually are interested and curious. A lot of people are curious when they hear energy healing. They're like, I've heard of Reiki. I've heard of energy healing. Like, what is it? Right. And I want to explain, but I'm not here to convince at all.
That's good. That's a good line. So I came from that. I grew up with if you can't prove it, it ain't real. Yeah. So I myself, that's why I call myself a reluctant woo-woo, but I've had so many experiences that are just inexplicable unless I believe that we are all energy. And for those of you who need something to hang on to, here it is. And if you look at human body, human life, and you're in the hospital, I don't want you in the hospital, but people who are in the hospital, if they are in the last stages of their life, are they pronounced dead when they stop breathing? No, they're on a ventilator, they're artificially pumped in with air, but they're still alive. When the brain is dead and there's no activity, are they dead? Are they pronounced dead? No, they're brain dead, but they're still alive. Right. What is the point or the moment of death is this. So what is this measuring? What is current? It's energy,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So when is death? Death is at the point when that current goes flat, when the energy leaves the body and is released back. I call it, we come from love, we go back into love. Love is an energy, right?
Yeah.
That is the point of death. So for me, that's the scientific explanation of why it has to be true that we are energy, that we fundamentally are energy in the body. We pay so much attention to our body and forget that this energy, and when I meditate, that's what I'm connecting with. I'm connecting with the energy that created the worlds, that created the trees and the grass, that not one blade of grass is like another. That's some energy.
I know. Isn't it so fascinating?
So that is, and we all have that opportunity. And I was looking at the time, we're going to be right back with more of Shannon, graceful healer, talking about healing. I do have to take a quick break for news, weather, and traffic on the NBC side. So we'll be back in 2 and 2. Don't go away. To more, take my advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show, and a word from our sponsor. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, she has been dubbed the Asian Oprah, and she just wants all of us to be happy.
Dr. Marissa, aka the Asian Oprah, says the most important thing you can choose is choosing to be happy.
You are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa.
That's the idea for Dr. Marissa Pay's new book called 8 Ways to Be Happy.
Many of us say, I am my own worst critic. Nobody's harder on me than I am. And my response to that is, stop it! Why are you doing that to yourself? You have to be your biggest fan, because if you can't at the end of the day say, I did a good job, who is? We don't have to constantly be angry at the things that are wrong. Why don't we choose to be happy about things that are right? We have the choice. That's our muscle. And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, #1 talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, which houses all 1,000, where are we now? 1,531 podcast shows. I think I was doing podcasts before they called them podcasts. As well, you can get my award-winning short film that is on the channel, as well as my red carpet playlist with interviews with Halle Berry, John Travolta, Quincy Jones, and more. So free subscribe. Give me the finger, this one, not the other one, and you'll get an alert every weekday morning because I'm on live here on the YouTube TV channel. And I bring you topics, guests, and people who will help us stay happy 88% of the time. Why not 100% of the time? If you're 100% happy, you're dead. I don't want dead people watching because we need some contrast. But most of the time, I want you to be happy. And if you're not happy and you're not feeling good, then today is a really good day to tune in. I have Shannon Grace here. She's a healer who transformed her own childhood trauma into a path of inner healing through self-care, emotional awareness, and guidance. And I wanted to talk about Dr. John Amaral. She rediscovered her true self. She now helps others begin their own journeys towards emotional freedom and wholeness. Please welcome back to the studio, Shannon Grace. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I love that intro.
Let's talk about Dr. John Amaral. I've heard the name, but I have to be honest. That's all I know is the name.
Yes. So Dr. John Amaral, it was back in 2020 and it was during COVID. I had moved from Colorado to Orange County and I was watching Netflix. And so Gwyneth Paltrow has, it's called the Goop Lab, and there's 7 episodes on the Goop Lab. And so one was the energy healer. And I'm like, I do Reiki. What is this? So I watch it and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is he doing? What is this energy healing modality? Who is that? I want to do that for a living and I'm going to want to learn it from him, but I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't even know where he lives. I don't know anything. So I research, it finds out he's in Westlake Village. They're doing day retreats in Malibu. So I book, it's very, very expensive. So I do a 1 day with him and his wife, Christina. I was like, wow, okay, you guys, when are you teaching this? I want to learn from you. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're so busy. You know, this couple, they work with all the celebs. They work with the top athletes. Billionaires fly from around the world to come get worked on by John and Christina. They're the top of the top in this field, where the 1% all know of Dr. John Amaral. Okay. So yes, you might've heard his name through the Netflix, but yeah, people know and love him. He's been doing it for over 30 years. So that manifestation, fast forward to 5 years ago, they want volunteers to create this digital series to teach this modality. So they picked a small handful of people to learn in person with Dr. Amaral. I got handpicked to learn in person. I know. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is a 5-year manifestation. So I was driving from OC to Westlake Village twice a week. And then I moved, now I'm in Malibu and still filming. Like I'm going to go today after our interview and we film twice a week. And then now we're blasting and now I'm going to be teaching as well, teaching the new people coming in. So I just like, I'm still pinching myself that I'm doing this modality, learning from the master. And now I'm going to be teaching. And it's just like, wow, my soul is like, you're meant for this. But on the other side, I've always hid. I have this fear of being seen. I would rather just be in my room and not have to talk or be seen. I wanted to be a private chef or a chef where you can kind of be creative, but you can hide in the back. That's like my personality. I'm really, really normally shy and introverted, and having the trauma from childhood, I was in danger if I was ever seen. So when all eyes are on me, it hits fight or flight, like, or freeze. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in danger with everybody staring at me. The universe has different plans. Universe is like, now you're speaking on podcast. Now people want to, have you on stage and speak about somatic energy healing and your journey. And I'm like, wow, this is really pushing me outside of my comfort zone. But having Dr. Amaral as my mentor and my teacher, he's the most ethical, beautiful soul that just wants the best for humanity and the person on the table. So he teaches you, it's not a person on the table. It's this light being. It's this soul that is allowing you to come into their energy field and help heal them at this space and time. Like it's sacred and you need to honor it. So he really ingrains it in your brain. Like you have to be ethical to do this work, because some people can really mess with your energy field. If you have not good intentions, it can really mess with you. So it's like, you have to be no ego. You have to just think of the person on the table, not as a person, but this energetic being that's just so beautiful and sacred, and honor that. And so that's where I love having him as a mentor, because he he holds that in his aura, and you feel it as you walk in the room, just like this quiet strength and presence that's just so honorable. And so I love having him as a mentor.
Now, I just use my assistant Google. Is it Amaral?
Yes.
Is he an MD or a PhD?
He's an MD. He's a chiropractor.
Oh, he's a chiro. Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
So he learned chiropractic, and then he doesn't really do it anymore. He just does energy healing.
Okay. And so it's not an MD though. It's
not an MD. I forget what the chiropractor. There's a
DC. Yeah. Because there's two others. One's an MD and one's on Google. But so he's a DC, and he's located in Westlake Village.
Okay. Yes.
And what is the focus, or what is the niche?
So somatic energy healing there's so many modalities out there. Like I do Reiki, pure bioenergy, and that's working within the field. This combines the body and the field. And so we have energy within our body and the energy in our field as well. So it's combining both. And so for me, it was so just different because I wasn't used to working in the body as well. And you learning how the body keeps a score and how you hold emotional trauma within your body, and it creates disease and physical pain. I didn't know that. Most physical pain and illness, I'm not going to say all 100%, but a lot of it is tied around emotions that you didn't release. And so once that is liberated, then your body no longer has to tell you and bark at you saying your shoulder hurts. It's actually pinpointing that part of your body that's saying there's emotional trauma in there. And once that's liberated, then the pain goes away.
So I found this. This will help some of you who are need definitions. Somatic energy healing integrates mind-body awareness to release trauma and stress stored in the body using techniques like breath work, movement, grounding, and touch to regulate the nervous system, moving beyond just talking to process emotions as physical sensations, helping individuals feel more grounded, energetic, and free from chronic patterns. It addresses physical pain, anxiety, emotional blocks. So what comes to my mind is Louise Hayes, who is a teacher. She's on the other side now, but she also talked about, different pain means different stuff. Chinese medicine says, we have meridians, and let's say you have a point in your toes. That's what Chinese reflexology is. And if it hurts when you press there, it's connected to a different part of the body. So again, putting this on the table, just for those of you who are still sort of, trying to figure out what this is, that is the direction. Have I got it somewhat right?
Yes.
So
exactly.
Speaking of childhood trauma, I am also, the book that I was supposed to go on tour with was The 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. Michael wrote the foreword, and Neil Donald Walsh, Conversations with God, did the back cover. But the point of my book also is not to tell you how to be happy as a psychologist, which I am, but I'm one of the 7 out of 10 of us who also had childhood trauma. And so if 7 out of 10 of us have had childhood trauma, why, and we're the majority, why do we think there's something wrong with us? Why do we feel like we need to be fixed? So it has brought this whole, okay, we have a superpower because we've had the situation to be able to heal from that. Now you go beyond that, not just past trauma, but current trauma. So I'm going to put you on the spot. You don't know that I'm going to ask you this. I have had, and it's getting worse. I'm going for a shot, which works like once every 9 months. This will be my second shot. So it's not like a huge thing, but raising this arm is extremely painful. And so they'll put a shot in the shoulder. Now, according to you, I have some kind of trauma, past or present, or it's either past or present, can't be future. So past or present, that is manifesting in this particular pain. Now, when I touch it, there's also some somatic pain here. And I did take a fall on Sunday.
Oh,
and
no.
I, may have made it worse. I don't know. But thank God tomorrow I get the shot. And I know it will bring me relief. It doesn't last forever. So what would you ask me if I came to you right now? And I know we don't have a lot of time, but just sort of take me through.
Yeah. So the process would be, what do you want to work on in this session? And so for you, you would say my shoulder really hurts. And, my first thought, and I wouldn't go there, but my first thought is it's left shoulder, which is heart chakra, and left is female. So it's like, it could be mother wound. Mother wound.
Okay. My mother or me as a mother?
Usually your mother.
Okay.
Like whatever trauma you have around your mother. It's not always, but it's usually this is.
But it's interesting. She was the one that put me in the hospital. She was the one that called me fat, ugly, and clumsy. And I've done all that work, over and over. She just passed in June or end of May. I can't remember. My bonus mom passed 6 weeks before that. So it's been, and then the flight that was canceled was for her funeral. So,
oh my gosh, Dr. Marissa.
So all of this has happened in the last 6 months. But I had a tremendous healing with her in April when I went to see her before she passed, and she's never hugged me in my life. She hugged me, and I wrote in the screenplay, and I forgot about it. The final scene was her hugging me. So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So the screenplay is called Life by 1,000 Cuts, by the way.
Oh,
very
that
powerful.
Sums it up right there for me. Like, I totally understand your childhood.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is this saying that I mean, you're never done healing. Anybody that says you can finish with it, it's not a light switch. But the healing's like this in my BS, my belief system, spiraling up.
Yep.
Always going up, unlimited possibilities. So you're going to feel it, and then you release, and feel it and release.
Yes.
And part of my process, my balance process, is to feel it fully, and then focus on something else.
Right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just like grief. It comes in waves, and it crashes, and it subsides, and it crashes. And same with our trauma, because I have mother trauma too. And most of my trauma is wrapped around her in my childhood. And it comes in layers. It's not just one chunk that you heal and you're done. It's just like, think about when you're a baby and you're a toddler and you're middle school, and all these layers within life and all these 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
You have to get down to the root of those cuts, and there might be one here and one here and one here. And it seems daunting, but once you start the healing process, then it comes faster, and you're not as like, oh my God, I'm not in a puddle on the floor and I can't function. Your body gets used to, oh, this is coming up. I'm going to feel the feels, and it doesn't have to be for days or weeks. It could be for 5 seconds. You're like, oh my gosh, this is coming up somatically. I feel it. I feel like I want to cry, and I have a little cry. And then you're like, okay, thank you. I got this. And that was it. It doesn't have to be like this whole big scene all the time. So it could be a really big cut, and it could be a tiny little nick. But those 1,000 cuts, if it's a big mother wound, it's gonna manifest in different ways. So for me, left shoulder, your left side is the feminine, right side is masculine. Shoulder is part of your heart chakra. And so, so I wouldn't necessarily have that conversation with you on the table. I would just, you say you have this physical ailment, so I'll start working in your fields. And there's, we don't have enough time to go through the whole process, but I would start at your life force field. If you have high passive, which you hold that energy in your discs, ligaments, vertebrae, fascia. And so if I palpate your spine, then I feel there's a lot of energy charge in your vertebrae. I know to start in your life force field. And if there's a lot of charge in your muscles and tendons as your active system, that is correlated with your emotional system. So your body tells me exactly where to start on your body in the field. And then we'll go through like, okay, let's actually somatically touch that part of your body. what do you feel? What do you sense? Do you taste? Do you see colors? Do you feel a sensation? So you go through all that and you connect with it somatically, because when you have physical pain, you're disconnected from that part because it's too painful. It's too painful to feel that and think about that emotion shows up as physical pain. So you're technically disconnected from that part of your body. So you don't have to feel it, but your body's like, no, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And I'm going to give you pain. It's like a barking dog. And you're like, okay, I'm going to go get a shot and I'm going to numb it to make it feel better so I can lift my arm, but then it's going to go away and it's going to hurt again, right? And so that's telling you it's not going to go away. That emotional component, that disconnect from your body somatically needs to be addressed. Then it'll subside by itself.
Define address. How would I address that pain?
So you would sit quietly. So sit quietly with it.
Oh, that's not easy for me. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, that's impossible for me to do. Or talk to it when you're alone and you can connect. So you put your hands on that part of your body and just tune in and say, okay, I feel you. In gratitude for actually hurting, because you're telling me to be aware. So thank you for actually hurting. Send love to that part, because your body thinks you are God. Everything that you think and say, it believes you. So if you're like, you're hurting, I'm mad, I can't reach up into my cabinet, you're obstructing my life, it listens to you. So no, send it love. Thank you. Thank you so much for barking at me and hurting, because it's bringing awareness. And then think about, like, what does it feel like? Is there a color that comes up? Is there
Red.
Oh, yep, red. Okay. And just acknowledging that. Okay, you're red. Is there a taste that comes with that?
Bitter.
Bitter. Is there a shape that comes with it?
Triangle.
Okay. And then being okay with all of that, not trying to fix it, just being okay. You're red, you're bitter, and you're a triangle, and you hurt. And that's okay. I'm not going to try to fix you right now. So with that, you're telling your brain to connect with that part of your body, and being okay with it allows it to actually go, oh my God, I'm being seen and heard, and I don't have to clamp like this anymore. And so just connecting with it and feeling the feels. And then after a while, you might feel an emotion come up, because your body is actually saying it's safe to feel it now, because you're acknowledging everything about it. And so when that emotion comes up, let it come up. Sometimes a memory will come up and you're like, oh my God, that happened when I was 5. Oh my gosh, just let it come up. And just acknowledging you're okay, you're not trying to fix it, acknowledging everything about it, then it allows it to subside and relax. And then it starts to heal after that. So it's as simple as that. You don't have to come to me to get on my table for energy healing. You can do this stuff on your own in your home, just sitting with it and loving your body, even the pain, because it's telling you something. It's alerting you.
I'm allergic to pain. When the doctor has you fill out the form, they say allergies, I say pain. So that is definitely not an easy thing for me. But yeah, now if I was a good patient, right, and I started doing this kind of work, like, when would I see results? Can you tell I'm achievement oriented?
Right.
Like people who have stuff like this and really glamp on. If I'm an A student and do this, are we talking the pain would take what? 6 weeks or 4 weeks or instantaneous? I don't think it's instantaneous.
It can be. Because I've watched Dr. Amaral on the table with this one student. We were watching her and she had pain in her sacrum. She's like, it's new. I don't know why I can hardly sit. And so he had her actually reach behind and touch her sacrum. And then this memory popped up of her falling as a teenager right on her butt really hard. And it tweaked her tailbone, but there was shame behind it. She couldn't show like she was hurt. She had to be like, no, I'm fine, but she was dying inside. So that memory actually popped up when she put her hand on it, and she started releasing emotion and crying. And we were just so grateful to watch that and hold space for her. And it didn't hurt after that. So sometimes it can be instantaneous. Sometimes it just depends on how deep the wound is, how much you're willing to release and surrender and let it go. Because sometimes we hold on. I know I will. It's painful for me to feel those feels and the emotional intensity. So not consciously, but my body's like, nope, I'm keeping you as pain because the patterns of the past, the emotion was too much for me to bear. So it just depends on where you're at, how deep the wound is. Sometimes it can be instantaneous. Other times it'll take, more time to keep connecting with it. And so I think in society also, we're so used to just getting that shot and that pill.
Yeah. Instant.
Like, when is this going to work? And sometimes it does take more sessions with yourself and to connect with it. But once you start doing it, Marissa, then you'll, okay, I know the drill. My body is starting to release. So it'll get faster and faster, but you have to give yourself
same
time.
process. You just touch it, you think it, you appreciate it.
Yes.
Address the memory. In the addressing of the memory, my process is you feel the feelings fully, and then you're able to release enough to focus somewhere else. Now, it's also, what you don't deal with will come back and deal with you. But at what point where's your balance of over dealing with it? Okay. Where you're marinating in it, which is why I don't do clinical psychology, because I just don't believe, it's my BS, my belief system, that there's harm when you continue to process over and over and over and all those memories over and over. And, I'm also a student of Abraham Hicks. So that is also, something you don't want to do. And I also absolutely believe that you have to deal with it at some level fully in order to be able to move on and not drag all that, oversized emotional baggage. So where is that point?
Yeah. So that point is to not obsess. Moderation in everything, just like eating, drinking, or anything in life. It's like, if you do too much of it, it's not good. If you too little, it's not good. So you want to meet in the middle, not become obsessed with it, because it is like a lot of achievement oriented people. There's like, I want to get this out of the way and I want to like get on with my life and I want to do it now. That's not allowing the process to come organically up. You can't force healing. You can force crying, but is it really doing what it's supposed to be doing? No, you have to like have it come up naturally and process then and not force it. So remembering forcing stuff isn't going to help. It's just going to aggravate you and frustrate you. And you're like, this isn't working. You have to just give yourself time and space and grace and say, okay, I'll sit today and I feel like I can actually open up and I'm holding space for myself, and let's try this today. And if it doesn't come up the way you're perceiving, like, don't put expectations on it, because we all want to control. It's supposed to look this way. It's supposed to feel this way. No, it's going to come up in different ways and different times. Like for me, my sister's kids, they had stuff going on in their lives, and that actually triggered emotional stuff for me. And I was like, wow. So it came in an unconventional way. I didn't expect it. I had to cancel plans with Juan that day. I had a photo shoot. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a mess, because I let the emotions come up, but it came in a way that I didn't even expect. So you can't put everything in a box, and it'll come up at times that you didn't expect. So just be open when it does come up, and then be grateful. I'm like, I'm so grateful. That situation with my sister's kids allowed this emotion to come up. And then you kind of look forward to the next time something does come up, because I know it's changed my life just releasing those emotions.
Right. And we're running out of time, so I got to cut you off. We're actually already over, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You should be the grateful and graceful healer.
Totally.
How do people find you?
On Instagram, it's thegraceful_healer. And my website is thegracefulhealer.com.
There you go.
Yes.
If you would end this with me, it's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Thank you, Shannon, the graceful healer. Now go and have the best day ever. Tomorrow's doctor's in the house, and the topic is mirror, mirror on the wall. self-reflection. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks
Thank
for
you
joining
so
us.
Take back